Hey there, prosperity practitioners. This is Brandon Hanley. Thank you for joining day number 21 of the prosperity practice. You may already be practicing somewhere else in some other manners, but I hope that this way is one that is bringing you ultimately prosperity, ultimately a new look, a new view on the prosperity practice, and to realize that it is something that is ongoing, something that is always happening. Over the past few weeks, a couple weeks now, you've received several checks and you're now into the multi-millions of dollars. And today, on day number 21, you're going to have a $104 million check. $104 million and change. Not even just like 104 million, there's like in excess of $104 million. And at the bottom of each one of these emails, as you are very familiar with by now, you get a word of encouragement or two, and they are from several of the influencers on me, motivationers and mentors and other guys that are out and about there who have had an impact on me in this space. And that is where I selected these quotes from. Today, we have, expect in abundance. The stream of plenty always flows towards the open, expectant mind. That's from Bob Proctor. And why wouldn't you expect abundance? If you look around you, what do you see? Is there a lack of the things that you need? Let's start there. Let's start with what is around. Are you curious as to where your next meal is going to come from? Are you curious as to whether or not you're going to have clean drinking water today? Are you curious whether or not you're going to be able to pay your electric bill? If you have all those things, you've got way more than so many other people have out there. And you can't compare yourself to those immediately around you because that's not fair. You really shouldn't compare yourself against anybody, really. But if we're looking at a whole worldwide situation, having clean drinking water, holy smokes. Even 100 years ago, they didn't have clean drinking water. We're already way better off than our forefathers. We're washing ourselves in the water that they probably would have been used for their drinking water without issue. And now ours has to be filtered. It's not good enough that we purely have an abundant lifestyle. Now it's got to be abundant and clean, right? So, but the stream of plenty is always going to flow towards the open, expectant mind. If you don't expect this check for $100 million today, and I know you are expecting it because they're just coming now on the regular, and they're coming with more rapidly. They're coming without you even having to do anything. And initially, when this program started, I said, all right, well, just to make sure that the people are engaged, absolutely engaged with this, let's make sure that they press the button and share what they're doing. And I realized that trigger was a little bit too harsh and restrictive. Maybe somebody forgets, and maybe somebody gets lost in the email program. I said, well, all right, what if they just open it? And even then, I wasn't able to capture everybody, and then it dawned on me, you know what? This has to be sent out. This must be sent out without any conditions. Abundance is unconditional. Unconditional. It already exists. There's no reason for you to do anything extra in order to receive a check for $104 million in your email today. It just shows up. It just shows up. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to spend it? And you expect it. So the stream of plenty always flows towards the open, expectant mind. Number 2 today comes from my girl, Florence Scotian. Goodness and mercy shall follow me all days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of abundance forever. I shall dwell in the house of abundance forever. Why would you live anywhere else? Where else could you live but the house of abundance? You can't go looking for the things that you don't want in your life. This is exemplified so many times when you find yourself in the same relationship day in and day out with even if it's a long-term relationship. You keep looking at the things that you don't want. You're like, I don't want this in my life. I don't want that in my life. I don't want this in my life. But they keep showing up. I challenge you to reverse that. I challenge you to run around looking and writing, saying the things that you want in your life as if you've already got it. What does that feel like? Goodness and mercy shall follow me all through the days of my life, and I shall dwell in a house of abundance forever. Not for a day, not for a week, not for a summer vacation, forever. That's a mighty long time. Get yourself into that house of abundance. Get your thoughts to be expectant. And I think that I'm gonna tack this on here. Expect it sometime. Don't set a limitation on when you expect it. That's where when we have these expectations and we're putting in this effort, or not so much effort, but when we're putting all this out there, sometimes it doesn't just seem to be moving fast enough for us. This doesn't work. I don't have an abundant, I've been practicing the abundance mindset for 21 days now, and where's the money? Well, okay. How long have you been practicing an abundant mind? 21 days, huh? Well, look, I've already had people who've had success with it. I've already personally had some success with it. Are you allowing for it to come into your life? Are you open and receptive to the idea that as soon as you stop resisting that it is working, are you seeing evidence of it? Are you looking for evidence of it to work? Or are you looking for evidence for it not to work? You must be willing to look for the evidence that is supporting what you believe in. That is science to a T. I have a hypothesis. I have an idea. I'm going to look out for everything that supports my hypothesis and idea. And I don't know, guys, how many times do you see that's what they find? They find, hey, I went and I looked for this and I found it. I put it in a paper and now it's real. And and then you got someone who wants to refute that. That person who wants to refute that is able to find that as well. The scientist who says, no, that's incorrect. They are able, always, to find evidence that is contrary. You got to be able to choose what you're going to believe in. This is your life. You get one shot in it. If you're going to go believe what everybody else is believing, that's your choice. That is absolutely your choice. I'm going to choose to dwell in the house of abundance forever, and I hope that is a choice that you're making for yourself as well.